and welcome to Module 3. In this module, I'm going to show you how to create some really easy and quick quotes using Canva. So before I show you that, I just wanted to let you know that my quotes have been around for probably about 20 years. So my quotes get used in a lot of publications, and I have people from all over the world write to me every week asking permission to use my quotes in their books, in their publications, on their websites. As you can see here, this lovely guy Joe has used one of my quotes in his book. This gentleman here has used one of my quotes, which basically translates to life is beautiful just as you are, or something like that. It was written in Spanish. Love the Toronto Dance Salsa class who have me on the front of their website. Even had a tweet from Paris Hilton. She just probably forgot to put my name next to that particular quote. And obviously I use a lot of my own quotes for my own personal use as well. So, but if you want to use any of my quotes, you're welcome to. I have had people that have asked me, look, can we buy a license and can we have all this rigmarole? And to be honest, I write my quotes as a way of sharing. I've been running holistic psychology clinics for a very, very long time. So sometimes I might run a workshop and someone says, wow, that was really profound. And so I'll write it down and basically post it as a quote. So if you're wanting to create any planners or social media posts or write a book and want to use some quotes in it, you're more than welcome. There is no fee. All I ask is that you actually acknowledge me as the author. So if you want to search for any of my quotes online, you just type into a Google search Trudy Vesotsky and you just go to images and you will find lots of my quotes there. Alternatively, you can type in Trudy Vesotsky quotes and you can see there's thousands of them. And I guess one of my most popular quotes is this one here, which has been turned into so many different images. So you're welcome to use the words and have any images that you like attached to it. So I just want to show you this particular, there's two different images, but the same quote has been used. So this one here, and this is one of my most popular quotes, but there are lots here that you can use from. It basically says, life is truly a reflection of what we allow ourselves to see and be. Now, if you notice the name Trudy Simeonakis Vesotsky, that is still me. I may have at sometimes posted my maiden name as well as my current name as well. So, and I love that what these people have done is they've used it as a GIF, which we're going to be talking about in future Canva modules. And here we have exactly the same quote, but just in a different layout. So, as I said, feel free to use any of my quotes at any time. Okay, so let's get started, because what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to sort of run through two different ways of making really quick quotes, and then I want you to pause at any time and follow along. Now, you don't have to use the same words or the same images or anything here, but what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to follow a similar format where you have some words, an image, your name and website, or just your name. If the particular quote that you've taken from somewhere is someone's, please place their name underneath it. In this particular case, enjoy every moment doesn't belong to anyone, so it can sit there on its own. But what I want to do is I want to take you through how creating this particular type of quote from scratch, and then I'd love you to pause and practice it as you go. So I'm going to show you how to make two really quick quotes. So this one here is done completely from scratch. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to your front page again, and we're just going to do this one as a Facebook post, and we're just going to get a blank page. Okay, so you remember how we did that? We went back to here. We can type in what you want to do, or you can use the area that shows all the different templates, but this you just put in Facebook post and we have a blank one here. So we've got a blank page right here. And then what I want you to do is I want you to tap on elements. Okay, and in elements, I want you to type in the word quotes. Okay, and if you just scroll down here, you'll notice there's a lot of free little bits and pieces, but you'll notice down here, not very far, I've got the words enjoy every moment. Okay, and I just want to put that there, and we'll go ahead and we'll add everything that we want first, and then we'll make the changes in the color. So there's lots of different ones here. There's girls, support girls, there's be kind, what a great year, best day ever, let your light shine. So if you go through positive vibes, there's a lot of just basic quotes that have been written for you, making it easy if you go into elements and type in the word quotes. Now I want to use some quotation marks, and so I'm just going to put one there, and I'm going to resize it. Well, actually, I'll resize it in a moment. So I'm going to use 2 of those, so it's easy. I'm just going to duplicate it. And at the moment, that's probably all I need because I'm going to add my picture in a moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to resize this enjoy the moment. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. I'm going to make these a bit smaller. Now I'm just going to go back to this one to remember what I did. Okay, so I did that and that. Okay, so now quotation marks, if you want to remember, it's 66 at the top, and then you duplicate them, and if you're doing quotations, then you turn them around so they look like a 99, okay? That's pretty sure I'm correct. If I'm not, let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to change this to pink. I'm going to change that to pink. I'm going to change that to pink. And because that's a bit bright, I'm going to go here and just lighten the pink just a little bit. But I'll keep those at that colour, that's fine. So we've got the basics already. So we've got some space here now to place a photo. So I had a photo already in my uploads. I used this particular one here, but which I had found on here at one stage. So I'm just going to pop that there, but otherwise what you're going to do is you're going to go to photos and just look through. You can put in flowers or whatever you want and make sure that you find one that you like that is free. Remembering you don't really need to pay for anything because there are so many that are free. So search in here what you want to look for. I've obviously searched for some flowers before, but I'm going to use this one of mine again. And so you're then going to place it wherever you want to place it. Okay, so as I said though, I'm going to use my own photo. Now because I already had my element there, so remember that my photo was in that particular square. Remember that if you don't want it to go in the background, you normally need to put an element there. So let's just stop for a moment. Remember these little grids here? And we make the photo whatever size we want it to be. Okay, so let's just delete this, put that there, go back to the photos and put your photo in like that. Okay, but as I said, I'm going to stick to my photo at the moment, so I'm going to pop that in there instead. Okay, so let's have a little look at what else we've got. We've got some little raindrops we want to do and a little squirrely thing. So we're going to go to elements, and I found these in here, but I'm pretty sure that I just might have put a stroke, like a line stroke or something. Okay, so and that's where I found it. So the stroke is these lines here. So while you put in there stroke or line stroke, but you can actually find some free ones. So I found this one here. I'm going to place that down there. I'm going to change that to pink as well. And then I'm going to go down and I found this beautiful little rainy bit here. And because the theme is pink at the moment, I'm going to change that to pink as well. So you can see how quickly that was. Okay, so use this particular search bar here. It's so easy to go and find the things that you want. And again, just double check that the ones that you're adding are free. Okay, so the next thing I did was I added my name. So go ahead and add your name. You might have a particular font that you want to use. It doesn't bother me. I have got a few that are set up, but I quite like this particular one called AC Real Adult. And then I'm also going to add my website, because I do try and have a URL at the bottom of each one of my posts, so people, if they want to go and look at my stuff I've got there. So let's have a look and see whether that pretty much is done. And voila, you are done. So then you can go to download PNG, download it, and let's close this for a moment. And there you are. Okay, so that's the first one that we have rearranged. So at any time, pause the video and be sure that you take yourself through this particular exercise. But what I want to do next is I want to show you how to do or create a quote that's already existing even further. So we'll go back to the same page here, and this time we're going to do an Instagram post. Again, we're going to get a blank one. But along the sides here, you'll also notice that there are some templates. Now, I have used this template before, so that's why it's there. But I want you to just type in quotes, and you'll find there's a range of different quotes that already exist. Some of them may have people's names, so you have to, basically acknowledge the author, and some of them don't. So here's a particular one that I think is quite pretty. So it already has a quote by someone. That's fine. I'm happy to use that. But the image here, remember, it's got a watermark. So I don't want to use their watermark, so I'm going to delete that. Now, what I can do is I can, rearrange things if I want to make it a little bit more complicated. But in this case, what I'm thinking is I might just place an image at the top. So I might just go to photos, and let's see what else I've used recently. Okay, used this recently. I might just put that there, and there we go. Again, because I want to also acknowledge that this is my particular post on my social media account, it's okay for me to use my name as long as I still acknowledge the person whose post it is. So in this particular case, I might take that up a bit. I might make this, remember they're coloured, I might actually make that black to stand out a bit. I might make my name a little bit smaller, and I might duplicate that and put my web address. And because I don't want my web address to be in capitals, I'm going to see if I can change it that way. No, so that particular font is actually in cap. I must have typed it in capitals, so I'll just type that again. This is when you're recording live, what happens? All right, I might have to choose another font. Let me see. Select it all. Okay, there it is. Okay, so you can center and I'll do all sorts of things here. But basically, that's where I'm at the moment. I think I'm just going to leave it like that and go ahead and download that as a PNG. Okay, so here we are. And there we go. So they are very quick and easy ways for you to create some quotes on to use for any of your social media or to use on your publications, your websites, posters, flyers, anything that you like. So I hope that you've enjoyed this short time together. I look forward to seeing you in Module 4, where we continue more to do with Canva.